Secretariat, let's, before I call the meeting to order, please certify the quorum.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. Today is November 24, Friday. Welcome to BAC Bravo meeting. For the determination of the quorum, kindly confirm your attendance. For the chairperson, we have Attorney Danjun Lucas, sir. Good morning.
Morning, present.
Also present is Attorney Frank Edward Marty. Good morning, sir. Engineer Joseph online. And also present are the provisional members from ANS and MISD and ADMS. In attendance also are the members of the Technical Working Group and the BAC Secretariat. We have also sent an invitation to COA Resident Auditor, PCCI, NGO, ABGFI, PICE, IAS, and PCAI. And for today's meeting, sir, we do have a quorum.
Thank you. With that, calling the meeting to order, let's proceed with the first item on our agenda. Pre-bid conference for supply and delivery of spare parts for the repair and maintenance of air conditioning system in Manila CNS ATM facility. Right?
We have one bidder online, sir. For our first agenda to under 2.1, supply and deliver spare parts for the repair and maintenance of air conditioning system at Manila CNS ATM facility. Rebid with bid number 23-030-09 with an ABC of 1,477,000, an ANS project.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Chair. Allow me to share my presentation. Okay. Okay. This is the pre-bid conference for the project supply and delivery of spare parts for the repair and maintenance of air conditioning system at Manila CNS ATM facility with bid number 23-030-09 Bravo. This is a rebid. Okay. For the outline, we'll run through the invitation to bid, instruction to bidders, general conditions of the contract, schedule of requirements, technical specs, checklist, and then on to discussion and clarification. So the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, through the CAAP corporate operating budget for fiscal year 2023, intends to apply the sum of 1,477,000 pesos, being the ABC to payments under the contract for bid number 23-030-09 Bravo. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The CAAP now invites bids for the above procurement project. Delivery of the goods is required within 45 calendar days. Bidders should have completed within 2 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in the Section 2. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the 2016 revised IRR of the RA 9184. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, partnerships, or organizations with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines and to citizens or organizations of a country, the laws or regulations of which grant similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA 5183. Prospective bidders may obtain further information from BAC Secretariat of CAAP, Mia Road, Pasay City, and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, except declared holidays and suspension of work. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on November 15, 2023, until the deadline of submission of bid from the given address and website below upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents, pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 5,600, inclusive of 12% VAT. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its payment for the fees through email. CAAP will hold a pre-bid conference on November 24, 2023 through video conferencing or webcasting via Google Meet application. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address indicated below on or before December 6, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on December 6, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at the given address. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. The CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award a contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with sections 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. For further information, please refer to Mr. Gary M. Jadi, Head of the BAC Secretariat, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, with the address indicated on the screen. Or you may visit the following websites for downloading of bidding documents, the HTTPS PhilJEP's website and the CAAP website. We now go to the instruction to bidders with the corresponding BDS. Okay. So under Section 5, eligible bidders, only bids of bidders found to be legally, technically, and financially capable will be evaluated. foreign ownership limited to those allowed under the rules may participate in this project. And especially 5.3, pursuant to Section 23.4.1.3 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184, the bidder shall have an SLCC that is at least one contract similar to the project, the value of which, adjusted to current prices using the PSA CPI, must be at least equivalent to at least 25% of the ABC. For the purpose of this project, contracts similar to the project shall be supply and delivery of spare parts for air conditioning units, completed within 2 years prior to the deadline for the submission and the receipt of bids. Okay, the origin of goods, there is no restriction on the origin of goods other than those prohibited by the decision of the UN Security Council. Under subcontracts, the procuring entity has prescribed that subcontracting is not allowed. Section 11, documents comprising the bid financial document, financial component. The second bid envelope shall contain the financial documents for the bid as specified in Section 7 for the checklist of technical and financial documents. Anyway, this will be explained in much detail later. Section 12, bid prices. Prices indicated on the price schedule shall be entered separately in the following manner. For goods offered from within the procuring entity's country, the price of goods quoted EXW, AX Works, AX Factory, AX Warehouse, AX Showroom, or off the shelf as applicable. The cost of all customs, duties, and sales and other taxes already paid or payable. The cost of transportation, insurance, and other costs incidental to the delivery of goods to their final destination, and the price of other incidental services, if any. Listed in the BDS. The price of the goods shall be quoted DDP CAAP, Mia Road, Pasay City, or the applicable international commercial terms, Incoterms, for this project. Okay. Under Section 14, 14.1, the bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security in the amount indicated in the BDS, which shall not be less than the percentage of the ABC in accordance with the schedule in the BDS. So the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. A, the amount of not less than 29,540 pesos, which is equivalent to 2% of the ABC. If bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. Or B, the amount of not less than 73,850 pesos, which is equivalent to 5% of the ABC if bid security is in the form of a surety bond. For Section 15, the sealing and marking of bids, each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second components of its bid. So each page thereof shall be initialed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. The submitted eligibility, technical, and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tabs and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order in the form. For example, page 3 of 100. So we will show the illustration later. Pagination shall be sequential all throughout the documents inside the envelope. Any bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. Each bidder shall submit one
Sorry,
copy.
just to clarify on that.
Yes, just like we can hear.
Just to clarify on that to our bidder or prospective bidder, regarding bid data sheet number 1, on the phrase bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. This committee has already held that we will no longer require the use of index tabs, pagination, and signatures, but however, you are highly encouraged to follow the same. So while it is not a ground for disqualification, we encourage and hopefully the loan bidder will abide by using pagination, tabbings, and signing each and every page of their bid proposal. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that clarification. Okay. For number 2, each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second components of its bid. Number 3, per CAAP memorandum dated September 17, 2018, regarding disqualification of prospective bidders with pending case against the government in the procurement activities of CAAP, all prospective bidders shall be required to submit the following. A certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government. In addition to the eligibility requirements for bidders as prescribed under the revised IRR of RA 9184. And B, you are also required to submit legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pendency of any cases of prospective bidders against the authority. For purposes of illustration, okay. These are the instruction that was mentioned a while ago. So the first envelope shall contain the eligibility documents and the technical requirements, and the second envelope, the financial proposal. We now go to the general conditions of the contract with the corresponding SEC. So for Section 1, the scope of the contract, I will read I will go directly to the delivery and the documents. The delivery terms applicable to this contract are delivered at Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Old Mia Road, Pasay City. Risk and title will pass from the supplier to the procuring entity upon receipt and final acceptance of the goods at their final destination. Delivery of the goods shall be made by the supplier in accordance with the terms specified in Section 6, Schedule of Requirements. For this purposes of this clause, the procuring entity's representative at the project site is Engineer Darwin Vicalio, Acting Division Ship 3, Electromechanical Monitoring and Inspection Division of ANOD. Incidental services. The supplier is required to provide all of the following services, including additional services, if any, as specified in Section 6 Schedule of Requirements. So, the performance or supervision of on-site delivery. The contract price for the goods shall be shall include the prices charged by the supplier for incidental services and shall not exceed the prevailing rates charged to other parties by the supplier for similar services. And under packaging, the supplier shall provide such packaging of the goods as is required to prevent their damage or deterioration during transit to their final destination, as indicated in this contract. The packaging shall be sufficient to withstand, without limitation, the rough handling during transit and exposure to extreme temperatures, salt, and precipitation during transit and open storage. Packaging case size and weight shall take into consideration, where appropriate, the remoteness of the goods' final destination and the absence of heavy handling facilities at all points. In transit. The packaging, marking, and documentation within and outside the packages shall comply strictly with such special requirements as shall be expressly provided for in the contract, including additional requirements, if any, specified below and in any subsequent instructions ordered by the procuring entity. For transportation, where the supplier is required under this contract to transport the goods to a specified place of destination within the Philippines, defined as a project site, transport to such place of destination in the Philippines, including insurance and storage, shall be specified in this contract, shall be arranged by the supplier, and related costs shall be included in the contract price. The procuring entity accepts no liability for the damage of goods during transit other than those prescribed by Incoterms for DDP deliveries. In the case of goods supplied from within the Philippines or supplied by domestic suppliers, risk and title will not be deemed to have passed to the procuring entity until their receipt and final acceptance at the final destination. Under intellectual property rights, the supplier shall indemnify the procuring entity against all third-party claims of infringement of patent, trademark, or industrial design rights arising from use of the goods or any part thereof. Item number 4 of general conditions of contract, inspection and test. The procuring entity or its representative shall have the right to inspect and or to test the goods to confirm their conformity to the project. In addition to the test in the SCC, Section 7 shall specify what inspections or tests the procuring entity requires and where they are to be conducted. So, the end user will conduct physical inspection of the goods upon delivery or on a scheduled date which will be arranged with the bidder and the supply division for the conduct of such a physical inspection. Under Section 5 warranty, in order to assure that manufacturing defect shall be corrected by the supplier, a warranty shall be required from the supplier as provided under Section 62.1 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. The procuring entity shall promptly notify the supplier in writing of any claims arising under this warranty. Upon receipt of such notice, the supplier shall repair or replace the defective goods or parts thereof without cost to the procuring entity pursuant to the generic procurement manual. Section 6, liability of the supplier. The supplier's liability under this contract shall be as provided by the laws of the Republic of the Philippines. If the supplier is a joint venture, all partners to the joint venture shall be jointly and severally liable to the procuring entity. For this schedule of requirements, I will not go to this one by one. However, just to take note that the quantities are indicated in the third column. The description of the items or the goods are indicated in the second column, and in the fifth column is the delivery period, which is uniform all throughout for all the items, 45 calendar days. So we now go to the technical specs. Oh, okay. Ano pala? So technical this is now the technical component envelope. Class A documents. The technical component envelope shall contain the legal documents and the technical documents. And so for the legal documents, a valid PhilJEPS registration certificate, platinum membership, in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For the technical documents. Okay. Sige, sir. Okay. So, for the other financial component envelope, other okay. So that's all, Mr. Chair. We now go to the clarification or discussion if there are any.
Thank you to our presenter. Are there any bidders online for this so that we will be able to receive questions? None. So with that, what is the recommendation of the TWG?
Sir, we move to post this project, sir. Posted na po. Okay, sir.
All right. Thank you. So with that, let's move to the other items on the agenda. I think item number 2 is also ANS. Thank you. Do we have a bidder available? Please accept them. Who?
Not yet accepted proposal. Malcolm Ong.
Okay, can you just ask them to identify their company and who exactly are in attendance? Thank you. Thank you, Secretariat.
For those bidders, kindly state your name and the company you represent for records purposes. May I repeat? For those bidders who are joining here, kindly state your name and the company you represent for recording purposes.
Good morning, Mr. Malcolm Ong from Evercon Builders. Thank you.
Any other bidders present? Okay. That's RM Mangubat. Tama? G Mangubat. Okay. All right. Let's proceed with the presentation and then later on for further inquiries and clarification from the bidders present this morning.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Allow me to present the purchase installations of runway edge light, circuit 1 fixtures and accessories at General Santos Airport project. The outline of the presentation will cover the invitation to bid, instruction to bidders, general conditions of the contract, schedule requirements, technical specification, checklist, and discussion and clarifications. Allow me to read the invitation to bid. The civil aviation purchase installation of runway edge light, circuit 1, fixtures and accessories at General Santos Airport under bid number 23-052-11 Bravo. Item 1, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines through the CAAP Corporate Operating Budget CUI 2023 intends to apply the sum of 10,192,262 pesos and 1 centavo, being the ABC to payments under the contract for purchase, installation of runway edge lights, circuit 1 fixtures, and accessories at General Santos Airport with bid number 23052-11 Bravo. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. Item 2, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines now invite bids for the above procurement projects. Delivery of the goods is required within 60 calendar days upon receipt of the notice to proceed. Bidders should have completed within 5 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in section 2. For item 3, bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act RA number 9184.
Sorry, end user. Someone's raising her hand. Miss Margie, do you have any point of clarification? Or was that a misclick? Okay, please proceed with the presentation.
Yes, sir. Continue. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, partnership, or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines and to citizens or organizations of a country, the laws or regulations of which grant similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA number 5183. Item 4, prospective bidders may obtain further information from Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below during Mondays to Fridays except holidays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on 15 November 2023 to until the deadline of submission of bids from the given address below, and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 28,000 pesos, inclusive of 12% VAT. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees in person. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines will hold a pre-bid conference that is today, November 24, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. through video conferencing or webcasting via Google Meet, and Zoom application which shall be open to prospective bidders. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretary through manual submission at the office address indicated below on or before December 6, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the IPB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on December 6, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at the given address below or via Google Meet or Zoom applications. Bids will be open in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with sections 35.6 and 41 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. For further information, please refer to Mr. Gary J.D. of the BAC Secretariat of Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines. Or you may also visit the following websites for downloading bidding documents at the CAAP website. We now move to the instruction bidders with the corresponding bids. For item 1, 2, and 3, there are no mention of the bid data sheet, so we now move to the eligible bidders. Okay. Under 5.3, pursuant to section 23.4, 1.3 of the 2000 revised IRR, the bidder shall have an SLCC that is at least one contract similar to the project, the value of which adjusts to current prices using the PSA CPI must be at least equivalent to. In that context, the bidder must have completed a single contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be purchase, supply, delivery, installation of airfield lighting system, and completed within 5 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. We do not allow subcontracting for this project. Under documents comprising the bid, eligibility and technical component, as 10.1A per CAAP memorandum dated September 17, 2018 regarding disqualification of prospective bidders with pending case against the government in the procurement activities of the CAAP, all prospective bidders shall be required to submit the following: certificate under oath attesting that they have no pending cases against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements for bidder as prescribed under the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP enforcement and legal service with respect to the non-pendency of any cases of prospective bidders against the authority. And certificate of site inspection and other requirements. Now, other requirements are specified in Section 8 for the checklist of technical and financial documents will be discussed later. Site inspection certificate shall be part of bid submission. The ANS will coordinate for schedule of visit, certificate of site inspection form, and any update Bidders shall propose a schedule and send the details of their visiting personnel. Inspection can be conducted any day of the week from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For purposes of this clause, the procuring entity's representative at the project site is Mr. J. Sandueta, ANS Field Office Chief, or his/her any authorized representative at General Santos Airport. Bids not complying with above instruction shall be disqualified. For bid prices, just highlight that the price of the good shall be quoted DDP, General Santos Airport, Fatima, General Santos, Philippines, or the applicable international commercial term for this project. For bid security, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 203,845 and 24 centavos. If bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 509,613 and 10 centavos if bid security is in surety bond. For sealing and marking bids, each and every page thereof shall be initialed signed by duly authorized representative of the bidder. Submitted eligibility, technical and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tab and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order in the form, page 3 of 100. Page number of last page of the documents per envelope basis. Pagination shall be sequential based on the entire span of the whole document inside the envelope. Bids not complying with the above instruction shall be automatically disqualified. Now, each bidder shall submit one original.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sorry. Consistent with the previous pronouncements of this committee, we just want to express to the bidders that while we encourage the use of paginations, markings, tabbings, and signature in your bid proposal, we will no longer be disqualifying those who will not comply with this. But then again, we encourage you to follow the same for your own protection as well and for the convenience of this committee. Thank you.
Continue. Each bidder shall submit one original bid. We have no further instruction for post-qualification as well as the signing of the contract. This is an illustration of how the bidders will submit their documents. We now move to the general conditions of the contract with corresponding SCC. Now, on the scope of work contract, the project site is at General Santos Airport, Filipino-American Friendship Avenue, General Santos City, South Cotabato, Philippines. For detail of the scope of contract, you may refer to the bid document that was posted in our website. This covers the site, incidental services, the person, the representative at the project site, spare parts, and packaging. These are all standard requirements as prescribed by the GPPB. For advance payment and terms of payment, payment shall be made upon completion or the delivery of the project. The mode of procurement of this project is under goods and services. For the inspections and tests, the project requires the contractor to conduct the following tests and inspection to identify any abnormalities before the equipment is put into full operation. transformer performance tests. This may include insulation tests, short circuit tests, open circuit tests, and polarity tests. Startup tests, which include insulation resistance tests, continuity tests, grounding system tests, voltage current verification and functional tests, and commissioning tests. Under warranty, the project has a total 2-year warranty period. The warranty covers a 1-year full maintenance service warranty upon the completion of the project, or known as defective liability warranty period, followed by another 1-year service warranty period. DLP refers to full maintenance service and the replacement of defective parts at no extra cost to the curing entity. We now go to the schedule of requirements. So we'll just highlight the items to be delivered for this project. Under item 1, we have our general requirements, which is 1 week. Item 2, we have underground cable ducts conduit grounding system with provision to lay out pipe, cables, and terminate grounding system. Item 3, power control and monitoring system with provision of supply, installation of electrical equipment like runway edge light, CCR, dry type transformer, circuit breakers, and panels. Items are listed below. For item number 4, runway edge lights with provision of supply, installation of lighting fixtures, lamps for REDL circuit 1, and miscellaneous with startup testing, commissioning, supply delivery tools, appliances, and corrective and preventive maintenance. All of these will require an 8.5 weeks or a 60 days period to completion of delivery. Now, for the technical specification, you may look at the bid document posted in our website, but I will give you some highlights of which is we think the end user is important to consider. So under general requirements, the provisions of general requirements are applicable to item system that are required to be in connection with the air feed lighting specification. The contract duration shall be 60 calendar days, and the contractor under 1.1.4 shall secure a certificate of site inspection. All of these statement here given are scope of works that to be accomplished during the delivery of the projects. Sa general ano naman po, work to be done. For design specification, so these are our specification. For example, for item 1.2, work shown in the drawings and not mentioned or described in the specification, and works described in the specification and not shown in the drawing shall be considered as including the scope of works, and their execution shall be deemed included in the contract price. And the other items are agreement between CAAP and the contractors. For design specifications, these are procedures to follow. For standard specifications, the contractor must abide or must work under this conforming to the standards of the following IKO annexes and Philippine Electrical Code. For material specification, I will give highlight to this. The materials and equipment should be brand new and of the latest model. And since we have circuit 2 and we have existing runway edge light fixtures, we choose that the end user choose that the materials and equipment to be supplied or delivered or installed shall be interchangeable with the components, parts, accessories of the existing runway edge lighting system that we have at General Santos Airport. The conditions of the equipment to be delivered are must meet the following. The equipment materials warranty period are also mentioned a while ago. For spare parts, the contractor shall assure that the availability of spare parts of the same type substitute of equal or better quality for at least 10 years. Bidder also shall submit a certificate of after-sale support for at least 10 years. And during upon the approval of materials and equipment, the contractor must present a list of recommended spare parts for a 3-year usage. Tools and instruments are indicated in the schedule of requirements. And we have provision for the protection of our equipment. As well as our own wiring and controls. And materials and equipment shall be properly labeled. And properly grounded in accordance with the standards. And test specification, so the contractor shall prepare and submit at least 30 days prior to any test carried out by the contractor 2 sets of detailed test procedure and schedules. Then test shall include the following: test at factory by the contractor, manufacturer, test at the site, startup test, reliability test, other tests. And the contractor shall carry out and submit the test according to the following table. Ito po yung mga i-comply for runway edge lights, which are the detail of test items, standard to follow. For constant current regulator, these are the tests to be conducted. And for the control equipment, this should be the test to be conducted. For test and inspection documents, certified reading and test data results upon completion of each test in 4 sets of copies bound in book form prior to commissioning test. So these are all standard, of course, electrical, kapag may mga electrical installations po tayo. So these are the number of days when you will be conducting the test. For startup or commissioning test, at least 5 working days notice of the contractor's readiness to start each test shall be given to the engineer. And the contractor shall conduct the commissioning test, which however shall be carried out under the direction of the engineer. We have also our reliability test, other tests, and rejection tests. And for the detailed of requirements, these are specified na po sa schedule of requirements. So we'll just go through to this. Yan po. Naka-specify na po lahat yan doon sa schedule of requirements natin. Mas detalye lang po siya. So under additional requirements, these are the instructions or the specs to be considered by our contractors. Contractors facility, manpower requirements, and airport safety and security. We also require them to provide the operation manual and training for the maintenance. Now, for the checklist of technical and financial documents, some of these items were mentioned doon sa instruction to bidders, pero basahin ko na lang, no? Under Class A documents, technical component envelope under Class A documents, no? Merong dalawang legal at saka technical. So, under legal document, we require them to submit the valid PILJEPs, registration certificate. They have also to submit the technical document, and these are the technical document. Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, original copy of bid security, conformity with the technical specification, original duly signed of omnibus sworn statement, certification under oath, attesting that they have no pending cases against the government, legal clearance to be issued by CAAP enforcement. Now, additional document, the following shall be submitted together with the technical proposal, certificate site of inspection, was mentioned na. So, this shall include the following documents as attachment sa certificate of site inspection. Company ID, copy of airport facilities logbook appearing their names, and picture of the proposed site, which includes the personnel who conducted the site inspection. We require also a single line diagram or electrical layout showing equipment devices supplied. We also require them to submit a certificate of exclusive or authorized distributor issued by the original equipment manufacturer and with bulletin, if any. For financial document, there is prospective bidders computation of NFCC or committed line of credit form, and Class B document, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in the case of joint venture. For the financial component envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. This can be downloaded, no? Original of duly signed and accomplished price schedules, and other documentary requirements under RA 9184 as applicable, such as for foreign bidder claiming by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in the government procurement activities for the same item or product, and lastly, certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. The table is now open for the discussion and clarifications of what we have presented today. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, do we have questions and queries from the prospective bidders?
Good afternoon. Good morning. Malcolm Ong from Evercon Builders.
Yes, Mr. Ong, do you have any questions?
Yes, may we know what is the allowed schedule of work? time of work.
Yeah, it is around ano po, 60 calendar days po.
I mean yung
Do you
time
mean
of work at site.
airport operations where you will be allowed? Is that what you mean, Mr. Ong?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please answer, Miss Engineer Vega.
Yung airport po is open 24 hours, no? But I will verify it first dun po sa airport manager. So, hindi po tayo sure kung what time tayo i-allowed. Hindi po
Yes.
sagutin yan.
Right, but I think that should be made part of the agreement because you scheduled a 60-day period, right? So that would be
Yes, sir.
dependent also on the allowable hours where they can work. That would need a notice to airmen as well if that would cut to the existing operations, no?
Yes, sir. As I've said, sir, we are allowed to work 24 hours. But again, what I'm trying to say, sir, is we need to confirm po yun sa area manager po if he will allow to work on that.
Oh, I don't think that's accurate. They will not be allowed to operate 24 hours. Otherwise, we will have to stop the operations of General Santos. So, method of anong sabi tawag?
Methods
Method of
of
working plan. Who's going to issue that?
the implementation department po.
Oh, okay. Mr. Ong, I think you're going to present your method and then we will approve and issue the necessary notam. Tama, sir? Ganun ang gagawin natin. All right. Is that okay? Is that a good proposition, Mr. Ong? That's okay with would, does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. We will prepare the MOWP and submit to CAAP for their approval.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions, please? Isa lang ata yung si Evercon lang ang nag-ano. Baka sa ano yan? Okay. All right. I don't think there are any more questions or qualifications. All right, Mr. Gintu, you're raising your hand.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. This is Dean Michael Piginto from CB International. Sir, tanong ko lang sana kung ano yung existing brand na nakalagay sa taxiway.
Okay, let
Ah.
me... sige, Mr. Sir.
Yes, sir. Let me confirm it sa aking engineer mo. Rap, ano ba yung brand nung nakakabit doon ngayon? For now, sir, we're not sure kung ano eh. But basically, sir, ADB and torn lang naman lagi yung pinakabit namin. Mostly sa lahat ng airports po.
Okay. All right, Sir Dean, that's the preliminary answer. But if you still want to verify, you may call the back office secretariat, and we are instructing ANS to please confirm if that is the brand and relay it to Mr. Gintu.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
We advise them to write a letter na rin, sir.
Okay.
Kung what particular items, kasi marami po yung items natin dyan eh.
Yes, yes.
Hindi lang
Okay.
po ano.
Yep.
May
We
lighting
also...
fixtures at saka meron pong lamps. Kaya
Thank you.
kailangan makita
All
po
right.
yun.
So, if you still have other questions, as mentioned by our technical office, you may opt to write a letter or drop an email address to the back secretariat so that we can properly address them. Okay. Are there any questions that you want to raise now before we close this pre-bid conference? I see and hear none. Okay. Thank you to those who attended. You are now excused. We will proceed with the third item in our agenda, the Laguindingan Airport Development Project. Please accept prospective bidders who wish to attend.
For the prospective bidders are already admitted, kindly state your name and the company you are presenting. I repeat, for those prospective bidders that are already online, you may opt to, kindly state your name and the company you are calling for recording purposes. Otherwise, if you have difficulty in your audio, you could type in your name and the company at the chat box. Thank you.
All right, so far we have, as earlier acknowledged, G. Mangubat from RM Mangubat Construction and Margie Casabuena from JT Gamolo Construction Incorporated. All right, there are no other prospective bidders. We can start with the presentation of the ADMS.
Good morning to all. This service would like to present the um, uh, development project of Laguindingan Airport Development, the extension of pre-departure area with bid number 23-055-11 Bravo. Hindi lumabas. Going back, this project, with the project title Laguindingan Airport Development Project, the extension of pre-departure area, has the source of fund coming from the APP calendar year 2023 CAAP Corporate Fund with the approved budget for the contract of 32,936,474 and 51 cents. Shown on the screen are the minimum technical personnel requirement and the minimum major equipment requirement, which are listed as follows. This project has the PCAB license of Medium A, license Category B, Building and Industrial Plant, with the duration of 180 calendar days, inclusive of 3 unworkable and rainy days. The applicable fee for the bidding documents is 28,000, inclusive of 12% VAT. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat on or before 6 December 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at the BAC office, CAAP Compound, Mia Road, corner Ninoy Aquino Avenue, 1300 Pasay City, Metro Manila. Late bids shall not be accepted. Bid opening shall be on the 6th of December 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at the given address. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. Shown is the ITB clause item 3.0, Certificate of Site Inspection, duly signed by Mr. Job B. De Jesus, Civil Aviation Area Manager of Area 10 and Airport Manager of Laguindingan Airport or his duly authorized representative. This shall include all of the following documents as attachment to the Certificate of Site Inspection. 1. Copy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection. 2. Copy of the airport facility or visitor's logbook with entry of the name and signature of the person who conducted the site inspection. And 3. Picture of the proposed site including the personnel who conducted the site inspection together with the airport manager or officer in charge or his duly authorized representative. Shown on the screen are the illustration of the Certificate of Site Inspection, the company ID, and the airport logbook. ITB Clause Item 5.2. The bidder must have an experience of having completed a single largest completed contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work, which shall be category building, construction, improvement, rehabilitation, and repair, with the ABC of 32,936,474 and 51 cents. Item 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. With ITB clause item 10.4, the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. ITB clause 10.5, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following: 1 backhoe, 1 payloader, 1 dump truck, 1 plate compactor, and 1 bagger concrete mixer. With item 11.1, the second bid envelope shall contain the financial documents for the bid, as specified in Section 10, Checklist of the technical and financial documents. This shall include the complete accomplishment of all the following documents as stated and required under Section 8 of this PBD and shall form of the bidder's financial documents. 1. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. 2. The bill of quantities. 3. Summary of bid proposal. 4th. Bill of materials and cost estimates. 5th. Summary sheet indicating the unit process of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And lastly, cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. Applicable CAAP BAC standard forms included in this PBD shall be complied in accordance with the prescribed forms under Section 11 bidding forms. Annex C. Bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. Item 11.1. The discount stated in the financial bid form shall be computer written with the same font style and size as of the whole text of the said form. Discounts that are either handwritten, typewritten, or computer written in other font style and size shall not be considered. Item 11.2. Bid exceeding the ABC of the project shall be disqualified. Item 15.1. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. A. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, or manager's check, bank draft, or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit. B. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in security bond. Item 16.0. Each and every page thereof shall be initialed, signed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. Submitted eligibility, technical, and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tabs and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order in the form, page number of last page of the document. Pagination should be sequential based on the entire span of the whole documents inside the envelope. Each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second components of its bid.
You're not disqualified.
Oh. Uh, this bids not complying with the above instructions will not be disqualified, but they are strongly encouraged. Here is the sample illustration of the table of contents, index tab, and with initial and signed must be sequentially paginated in accurate order. With the ITB clause item 17.0, the address for submission of bids is Back Office Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Mayor Road, corner Ninoy Aquino Avenue, 1300 Pasay City, Metro Manila. Item 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot, and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract reward. ITB clause item 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit the following. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the RRR of RA 9184. ITB Clause Item 21. The following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LRCB as part of the contract agreement during its signing: the construction schedule, bar chart and S-curve, per CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods, and equipment utilization schedule. Construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment, Laguindingan Airport Development Project, the extension of pre-departure area. Shown on the screen are the special conditions of the contract with GCC Clause Item 3.1. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines shall give possession of all parts of the site to the contractor upon receipt of the notice to proceed. Item 5. In addition to the performance security, winning bidder shall submit contractor's all-risk insurance prior to signing of contract. Item 7.2. In case of permanent structures such as buildings of types 4 and 5 as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete which comply with relevant structure codes, such as but not limited to steel and or concrete bridges, flyovers, aircraft movement areas, ports, dams, tunnels, filtration and treatment plants, storage systems, power plants, transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures of 15 years. Item 13. The amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. Item 15.1. The date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. PDF and/or AutoCAD file of this as-built plan shall include as attachment to the required hard copy of the same completion of the project. Item 15.2. The amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and/or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. Here is a run-through of the checklist of technical and financial documents with Item 1, Technical Component Envelope, Class A documents. Here shown on this slide is the existing ground floor plan with 11 check-in counters in the check-in area. The one shaded in blue is the check-in area itself. One shaded in green is the baggage claim, and the one shaded in yellow is the arrival area. Here on the screen is the existing second floor plan with the existing pre-departure capacity of 500 sitting and the existing pre-departure floor area of 743 square meters. One shaded in blue is the pre-departure area. One shaded in green is the concessionaire and VIP room hallway to proposed. And the one shaded in yellow being the hallway to proposed pre-departure extension. Shown on the screen is the existing apron and ramp with a jet aircraft number parking bay of 4 and propeller aircraft of 1. Capacity of passengers per aircraft is 180 per jet aircraft and 70 per propeller aircraft, total of 790 passengers. One shaded in blue are the jet aircrafts, the one in green are the are the propeller aircrafts, and yellow is the PTB or passenger terminal building. Here shown is the project location with the proposed location shaded in green, and the passenger terminal building, which is the existing shaded in blue, and the one in yellow is the staff parking. The proposed pre-departure capacity is 360 seating with the proposed pre-departure floor area of 720 square meters. The one shaded in blue is the pre-departure area. The one shaded in yellow are the toilets. One shaded in green is the concessionaire area. One shaded in gray are the other rooms required in the proposed plan. One shaded in light orange is the passage to main terminal and final check-in. And the one shaded in violet is the VIP area. Here are the elevations of the proposed plan, the front elevation in the air side and the rear elevation land side. Here shown is the extension of the pre-departure area at landside perspective. Shown here is the airside perspective. Here is the extension of the pre-departure area in aerial perspective. And here are the perspective of the interior. Moving on to the scope of work, this project has the SPL item 1, demobilization and demobilization. SPL 2 being the construction safety and health program. The SPL 3, the project billboard and signboard. SPL 4, the temporary facilities with the staff house service vehicle. Item 1.0, the civil structural works. Item 1.01, the site works with a total volume for site preparation of 56.72 cubic meters. Item 1.01B, the concrete works with a total concrete volume of 25.80 cubic meters. Item 1.01C, steel works with a total weight of steel of 3,522.36 kilograms. The extension of the pre-departure area has the total area for demolition of 94.50 square meters. The excavation works of 82.40 cubic meters. And the backfilling works with a backfill volume of 23.62 cubic meters. Gravel bedding works having the gravel bedding volume of 11.79 cubic meters. And concreting works with concrete volume of 33.90 cubic meters. Item 1.06, the steel works with a total weight of steel of 47,295.62 kilograms, and the roofing works with a total area of 987.5 square meters. Moving on to the architectural works with the tile works having total area of 1,033.09 square meters. Ceiling works with a total area of ceiling works equals to 1,006.26 square meters. The carpentry works with a total area of 735.78 square meters. The painting works with a total area of 350.39 square meters. And the doors and windows with the number of doors of 13 sets and number of windows of 28 sets. The toilet partition and accessories with the total area of toilet partitions and accessories equals to 1 lot. And the signages with a total number of 10 pieces. Moving on to the electrical works with item 3.01, the lighting and power conduits and fittings. The item 3.02, lighting and power conductors with ground colored in green, line 1 colored in red, line 2 colored in yellow, and line 3 colored in blue. Item 3.03, the lighting fixtures. Item 3.04, the electrical wiring devices. Item 3.05, the ACU power conduits and fittings. And item 3.06, the ACU power conductors with the ground colored in green, line 1 colored in red, line 2 colored in yellow, and line 3 colored in blue. Item 3.07, panel boards, circuit breakers, and distribution transformers. Item 3.08, feeder conduits and fittings. Item 3.09, feeder conductors with the ground colored in green, line 1 colored in red, line 2 colored in yellow, and line 3 colored in blue. Item 3.10, background music and public address system. Item 3.11, the fire detection and alarm system. Moving on to the mechanical works with item 4.01, the air conditioning unit, pipings, hangers, and support. With 14 sets of 7.0 horsepower, 5.0 TR inverter, ceiling cassette type air conditioning unit with complete standard accessories. 2 sets of 7.0 horsepower, 5.0 TR inverter, floor standing type air conditioning unit with complete standard accessories. And 2 sets of 1.0 horsepower inverter, wall mounted type air conditioning unit with complete standard accessories. With item 4.02, ventilation equipment and accessories. And item 4.03, the relocation of air conditioning units. Mechanical work should be tested and commissioned. Moving to 5.0, plumbing works. 5.01, site works. Item 5.02, sewer line system. Item 5.03, water line system. Item 5.04, the storm drainage system. Item 5.05, the septic tank. Item 5.06, catch basins. Item 5.07, the fixtures and accessories. This item covers the provision and installation of the plumbing fixtures with complete fittings, hardware, and accessories as indicated on the approved plans. Lastly, item 6.0, furniture. The contractor shall be responsible in providing safety fence, personal protective equipment for staffs and workers, and safety inspectors or safety engineers on site while construction is ongoing. Regular safety and weather reports should be accomplished. The contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory, material testing, environmental compliance certificate, building and safety permits, and survey instruments necessary in the project implementation. All expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead cost and shall not be considered as pay item. General provisions for this project. The provisions for staff house, service vehicles, laptops, printers, cameras, plotters, furniture, and other materials, devices, and equipment under special item or temporary facilities shall not ay, shall not include OCM and CP. The contractor shall be responsible in providing safety perimeter fence or security fences, personal protective equipment for staffs and workers on site while construction is ongoing. Safety reports should be prepared regularly. The contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory material testing, building and safety permits, and survey instruments necessary in the project implementation. These expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead costs and shall not be considered as pay item. That's all for the presentation. The table is now open for questions or clarifications. Thank you.
To our prospective bidders, you may now ask clarifications or questions if you have any. Okay, going once, going twice. Hearing none, sir. Uh, 6. So for our prospective bidders, you have at least 10 days before December 6. So until that's Sunday. You have 10 days before December 6 to submit your clarifications, if any. So we will be opening this project on December 6. As there's no clarification or question, Mr. Chair, can we move to close this pre-bid conference for this project?
No questions na.
Sir, moving on to the next agenda item, sir, for other matters. Yes, sir. Wala na po. None from the DWG, sir.
For the bidder, you are now excused in this meeting. Thank you for your participation. Miss,
Other matters.
yeah. We have one other matter regarding sa procurement of workstation of AMHS at ADMC. So the posting is scheduled supposedly. I mean the pre-bid conference is scheduled on November 29 and December 6 will be the opening. However, the uploading was done only on November 22, which is one day short of the opening date on December 6. So, based on our calendars, the adjustment would be the proposed adjustment is the pre-bid will be on December 4 and the opening is December 18 because it was earlier informed that supposedly if the opening will be on December 13 and the pre-bid will be on December 1, we were informed that there will be no quorum for this schedule on December 1. So the earliest possible is December 16, I mean December 18. However, it is already short of the scheduled target that we have already agreed that we will not have an opening after December 18 due to the fact that we have a difficulty in completing the award of the project before the year ends. So, with this, may we request approval if this schedule is acceptable to the committee? We have the original schedule is December 6. However, due to these technicalities, we need to issue a bid bulletin. So for the bid bulletin, the schedule will become December 8. So we need approval. I mean December 18. So we need approval from the committee if this will be acceptable. So we could facilitate the signing of the bid bulletin.
What are items scheduled already?
Bakit wala quorum? Nandito naman ako. Nandito. End user.
Andito din ako,
Nandito
December
si Gen
1.
B. Nandito
December
si
1, bakit wala tayong quorum ng December 1?
Ako lang absent.
Pwede naman mag-online si sir. From
Pero I think mayroong quorum.
Meron yan. Pipilitin natin lahat.
Bakit wala? May nakaschedule ba? Is this relevant because we want to hold one on December 1? December 1 is a Friday. Supposedly, that's dalawang town hall nakalagay sa schedule ko. Pero alam ko hindi na rin matutuloy yun eh.
Yung town hall ngayon, tas December 5 and 19.
Cancelled na nga din daw. Anyway, sige, meron yan. I think we will be able to get a quorum because we want to ensure that we will be able to ensure the proper procurement process. Andito tayo, walang madidelay. And meron pa ba tayong mostly security, this Laguindingan Airport, ano pa ba? On track pa rin. Okay, supposing nga walang quorum and we do not have enough TWG and the Secretariat, ano ba yung mape-prejudice na projects? Kasi sabi nyo wala pa naman nakaschedule for December 1. Okay. Kasi why is this relevant? We're saying, okay, kung wala naman pala tayong gagawin doon, sige, di wag tayo mag-December 1. Pero I'd still want to open that date for BAC meeting. Okay lang naman yung ibang wala. O,
Tuloy natin, sir. Sir, question for December 1. Kailan natin i-open yung 29 na siya nakaschedule?
yung alin? Sa
Area 1.
Okay, kasi tapos meron tayong December 6, di ba? Yung mga inano natin ngayon, December 6 ang opening noon.
Ang dami nating opening sa
Kasama rin po sa December 6 yung AFIS and yung sa...
Yeah, oo. But likely, yun doon tayo sa infrastructure, yun ang wala pa. May questions pa si CFO. But kailangan ma-explain sa kanya yun ng MISD.
Sir, kung 29 yung opening ng Area 1, pwede ba sa December 1 yung presentation ng beat eval? Otherwise, magagahol na kayo ng oras for post-qual.
So, yung schedule naman sir ng presentation ng bid eval is would depend on the TWG kung okay din naman sa kanila. 29 yung opening and then presentation ng bid eval on December 1.
Post pa kami sa security. Kasi otherwise maiiwan niyo yung area 1 na hindi siya okay lang talaga pa. Kasi ito rin yung ipopost ko namin so wala rin talaga ngayon.
So sir, sige. So in this case, we will schedule na lang, we will change na lang the schedule ng bid bulletin. So we will move back to December 1 for the pre-bid and
Ba't may pre-bid pa sa December 1?
yan po para sa procurement ng workstation ng AMHS.
Oo, sige. Ang dami namang workstation.
So we will
Overnight lang naman.
we will proceed with the pre-bid on December 1 and the opening will be on December 13.
Great.
Sige.
Kasi nagkakambol yung budget, lalo na sa infra by December 30, yung mga malalaki baka may especially Tacloban.
Ang fear kasi natin dito is kapag hindi na i-consider ito within this year, walang budget
For next year, yan din ang problema ni Attorney Frank. Billion ang
Paano ba yun, sir? Kailangan lang ma-pre-proc?
kailangan
NOAA talaga.
Kailangan may NOAA tayo. Kasi pag may NOAA, merong ibig sabihin. Merong
Very important is the notice of award, no? So you obligate the fund.
yes.
Okay.
Kahit walang notice to proceed, at least may NOAA.
Oh, and for the record, yung mabilis naman yung back, but syempre, we were reliant also on the submissions of the end user. Not to blame them anymore. That's why we're helping them. But at the end of the day, kung talagang walang manalo, mag-fail for one purpose or another, one reason or another, so we have no choice. But what we're saying is we will try to achieve 100% notice of award to those that were submitted to us already. Okay, so pagkasay natin, busy tayong talaga yung December. So anyway, okay lang naman mag-online for those who have other pursuits and appointments, that's fine. And so long as we have the quorum, kahit isa o dalawa lang ang DWG and Secretariat, we will still push through. Okay?
Good, sir. Thank you. No other matters, sir.
Thank you.
George.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a great long weekend ahead. Enjoy. Enjoy to those who will travel to the Northern Lights. Please enjoy.
2 hours lang daw daylight.
And remember us when you're in paradise.
Norway nga ako. Go for tour.
Alagaan niyo si Sir.